Look what arrived in the post today. Big shout out to Ben Seal. This ring light, by the way, makes me look magnificent considering considering how exhausted I am right now. I worked so many hours yesterday. I've just had a bath and drifted off into a dream. That's how tired I am. But I wanted to tell you why I'm an ambassador of mental health, and it's for two reasons. I've been helped and I've helped someone, and I wanted to share this with you without going into too much information, otherwise the video will be mega long. So reason number one, when I was helped, back when I was 19, won't go into the fine detail of why I fell out with my mum, but I got kicked out. I was 19 years old, and what had happened, because of my mental mind state at the time, I drifted away from all my good friends and drifted away from my family. And what happened over a short course of time is I started to associate with the wrong people. I started to take drugs, and I did things I would never ever think about doing. I'm not going to go into that, but it was bad. I ended up living in a Ford Escort, P-Reg it was. I bought it for 400 quid, and it was disgusting because it was a burgundy colour. And I lived in that for a few weeks. And a friend of mine had gone radio silent, and he'd done a little bit of digging, found out my situation, and he allowed me to move in with him in Blackpool. And during that time, I sort of removed myself from the situation. I'd been there a couple of months, and I decided to go and face my family, who I'd not seen for almost a year. I went to see my grandparents first because I absolutely loved them to pieces, and as soon as I walked in, my grandma started crying, and she was like, "You look like a crackhead." I got really upset about it, and then I was on a mission then to improve myself, and that I did. Fast forward 6 years, and I was just moving from Blackpool to Manchester, and I was living with a housemate at the time. I'd let him live with me. He was such an intellect. He was really cool, and this guy had the rockiest of paths. He literally, his dad was a heroin addict. I won't go into detail about his mum. He had a rough upbringing. And to top it off, a previous ex of his accused him of rape, and he went to jail for it. He was 6 months into his serving, and she confessed it was all a lie, and he got released. Ruined his life. So he was even though he was such an intellect, he was surrounded by the wrong people. He was taking drugs. And I went for a little break in South Africa for a couple of weeks. I say a little break, I went to a wedding. I was on the phone with him every day, and I said, "Look, Jared, when I get back, you're moving with me to Manchester." And that happened. I got back, I went to Blackpool, I went to pick him up. He was in this really run-down hotel with his mates smoking weed on the bed. It was a horrible vibe. And we then went to Manchester. He was really hesitant about it. He wouldn't say yes at first, but I just went with him, packed his bags, got him in the car, and he come to live with me in Manchester. And what's happened since then? He's met a beautiful girl. He's travelled through Europe before COVID hit. Prior to that, never been away, studying philosophy at university, and I am so proud. So why am I telling you this? Because mental health is not a quick fix. It's a long-term thing. And there's so many variations to mental health. Some people have it short-term, some people have it long-term. Some people have it genetically. So many variations that sending a message saying, "Hi, hope you're okay," even though people mean well, that's just the midge's dick of the iceberg. It doesn't do anything. So what I'm getting at, there's so many people on here with different life stories, different backgrounds, full of different knowledge and sort of expertises. How do we as people, as a community, really back and support people who need help during a time when we need to help ourselves and we've only got so much time to potentially help others. Big question, but can you answer that? Because I'm a big ambassador of mental health, but the thought of trying to help people, it really gets me down because I don't know how the hell to do it. So, yeah, what do you think? And by the way, I'm going to be jumping on a podcast soon with Ben to talk about this. I'm not good in social situations because of my ASD, but I'm a big believer that if I have a few vodka, cokes and rums, I will get that ASD brain flowing in the zone and it will be a good podcast. But yeah, keen to hear your stories, your answers to this. I've absolutely rabbited on. There's been no script. I just thought it was perfect time to talk about my sort of background, how I've been helped and how I've helped someone, and the complexity of mental health. 6-minute video, sorry to keep it long, but I hope you've enjoyed it and I look forward to engaging with you on LinkedIn. Speak soon now, bye.